Hey, good morning. So here is this week's sharing session. I am so sorry that it is Wednesday and not Monday, but this week has been very, very busy at Blossom and Berry. I've had a big focus on my charity work on Monday, and then yesterday I was going through all my teachers' marking so that they've all got their work back for Christmas, and so today is the first chance I've had to come on and do a little bit of a share. Now I was thinking about what to share on this morning. Obviously normally I share on business, how to grow your business, but as we're so close to Christmas, what I wanted to share on today is really about how to have a more connected Christmas with your family, because Christmas is an amazing time of year for celebration, for community, for connection, coming together and being present with each other. But it can also be a stressful time, okay, because a lot of people have expectations around Christmas, and in my world expectation is the thief of joy. When we have expectations about how things are going to be, we can often feel disappointed, which then can create resentments, and resentment is a really difficult emotion to shift and can cause frustration. So we don't want to have we don't want to be projecting necessarily those difficult emotions onto other people around Christmas time, because it can really change the connection that you have with other people and the general vibe that you're having. So it's okay to have all of these emotions, but I wanted to share with you something really super simple that you can do that will help you, I hope, this Christmas feel more connected, less activated by maybe things that are coming up, whether it's your children, whether it's your partner, whether it's your parents, whether it's to do with expectations of what Christmas is going to be like this year. And it's a really simple acronym that I was taught, which is called NHS. So it's really easy to remember. So when you are in any situation, whether it's with your child or with a partner or a parent, and you feel like you want to say something because an emotion comes up, that might feel uncomfortable, and that's okay. And before you release that emotion or share that emotion, or just to be conscious whether you're projecting that emotion onto somebody else, NHS is it necessary to actually say that? So is it necessary to share how you feel with that person, or can you take a moment for yourself, breathe, reconnect, identify where that emotion is coming from? Is it their stuff? Is it your stuff? Is it the environment you're in? Is it something that happened to you today? Is this a genuine, heartfelt emotion, or is this a trigger, a story, something that's gone on in your head? Is it necessary to share that with that person, or can you take a moment to process it yourself? So that's number one, N. Number two, H, is it helpful? Is it actually helpful to share what you want to share with the person? Is it going to bring you together, the actual words that you're going to say, or is it going to draw you apart? Is it going to trigger the other person? Is it going to bring value to your relationship? Or is it, again, maybe something that you're projecting? Is it a story? Is it something that could be destructive rather than constructive? So think to yourself, is it helpful if I actually say this? Is it going to serve my relationship? Is it going to make things better? Or is it going to be, again, projecting or triggering, or be reactive to a situation rather than what I would say is responsive? And then letter S is it self-serving? So is the reason why you're saying this to make yourself feel better or discharge an emotion onto somebody else? Or could you be stepping back and doing the work for yourself before you actually share that information with somebody else? So by using NHS, you can avoid triggering conversations around Christmas, whether it's with your toddler or whether it's with your teen or whether it's your partner or your parent. As I said, it can just help you process and manage all of these big emotions that are coming up. Because by the way, guys, we're allowed to feel all of these. It's not like we're happy campers all of the time, okay? The emotions that we feel are really, really important so that we understand the difference between, you know, when something's not feeling right and we're not comfortable with something, against when something is feeling in flow. And there's no judgment there on which ones are coming up. So if you find Christmas stressful, if you get a bit disenchanted with Christmas or disappointed with Christmas, that's totally fine. That's not your jam. So whatever's going on around you, don't, you know, just make that really clear that, you know, Christmas is this experience for you, because it's not the same for everybody, and it's really important to be open with that so people know where your boundaries are, and that you're not necessarily going to bounce down on Christmas morning and be, you know, Mrs. Christmas. You might be feeling a bit more like a little bit more Scroogey, which is fine, and again, no judgment around that, particularly this COVID Christmas. So I hope that you can use the NHS this Christmas with your kids, with your family, to help you feel more connected, because basically connection is what makes us feel safe. Connection is what is love in essence, and when we feel connected, we feel safe, we feel heard, we feel seen, we feel accepted, we feel understood. That is the foundation of sustainable, loving relationships, whether it's with your children or your partner. It's consistent and persistent actions, small tiny actions, not huge things. Love is not a forest fire. Love is a candle, okay? And a candle is a light, but it flickers when the wind comes, okay? And that's okay, as long as it still stays alight in the wind, it's still there, it's still burning bright. Whereas a forest fire can ignite and feel overwhelming, and it can feel quite, you know, sometimes too much, and it's not sustainable because it's going to burn out. So I think this Christmas, that's the message I really wanted to share, is just to be super present with yourself and to love yourself and to honour yourself. What do you want to do this Christmas? How do you want to express yourself? What experience do you want? Be really honest and present with yourself and others, and keep that beautiful connection growing big. And that's because that's what it's all about. So I hope that's been helpful for you today. Let me know how you get on, if you've ever used something similar, or if you've got other techniques that you use with your toddlers or your teens or your family, your partner, to help you feel grounded in you know, a sea of different emotions. Drop them in the box because I'd love to hear it, or tag and share someone that might share for someone who might want to see this today. Okay, lots of love. Bye.